All right, how's it going, folks? I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you hear me. All right, let's see. I'm gonna change camera because I'm facing the wrong way here, but I got the chat brought up here. Hope everybody can hear me. Test 1 2, test 1 2. It looks like everybody should be able to hear me anyway. Give me a thumbs up in there. Yeah, can hear you. Awesome. All right, let me put this down for a second and we'll get started. All right, I wish I could find wireless headphones, but I haven't found anything that's worth anything yet, so I'm still on the hunt for that. Make my setup a lot easier. Okay, well, another Monday, folks. We're starting early tonight. We've got a 7 o'clock start because Ben's gonna have his show at 8, so we wanted to try to accommodate as much as possible everybody's times and not overlap and all that good stuff. So here we are. Hope you all had a good week. I had a pretty good week. I had a good weekend. I'll go over some of those details with you tonight. Picked up a new pedal. I'll show you that. What else are we going to do tonight? I'll even show you a little bit of a clip from the weekend, so that should be fun. And yeah, all that good stuff. So weather is starting to change a little bit here in Ontario, so we're going to probably be getting some spring-like weather. I'm flying on Friday, so I'm going to Vegas on Friday, so a lot of stuff happening there. So I'll go over some of that with you too. So let's go up to the chat and see who's in there tonight. Hopefully we've got a few of you in there. I can't see on my screen how many are in there, but looks like we've got a few. So we've got EVH and Gear TV. Eric, how's it going? Eric was the first in. Eric, you win a Les Paul. Look at that. First in gets a Les Paul, so there you go. Just contact me, Eric, and I'll get your details and all that fun stuff. You know what I mean? And we've got Guitar Hack. How's it going, Guitar Hack? And Guitar Hack and Eric were a big part of my weekend, so we'll go over some of those details with you shortly, and a lot of fun. Bam Ozzy, what's going on, brother? We see you in here. Always a regular on the chats, and nice to see him every time. Eric says, I think Nocturnal may be resting. I'm not sure. I don't want to peek in and disturb, but if she is, I know she would want to be. No problem at all. Everybody needs to rest up. I know Nocturnal did a show this morning with a regular cast of characters, and I always like to tune in when I can. I was at work today, so I was just doing some editing, so I brought it up on my phone and was listening in, and it's always a lot of fun. So good stuff. Zach Thong, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you. I see you in all the chats all the time, always saying hi and everything. That's really nice of you. And we got Rick Hefner's in here tonight. How's it going, Rick? Hope you're doing well. Denny Allen, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you all jumping in. And Jason Wade, what's going on, Jason? And Jason says, what the PRS Gibson you guys... Yeah, I know, right? I know. We'll go over some of those details a little bit there, Jason. It's not me. There's no PRSs here, so it's just Friedman's, SMEER, and Gibson right now at the moment. So let's see who else is in here. Any more questions coming in before I get too far up in the chat here, and we'll get started. Let me know if the mic and everything is sounding okay, if there's any noise. I had a little bit of an issue with the setup last week. I know some of you tuned into my Friday afternoon show. I just did a quick Friday afternoon show because I had a kind of a system meltdown here where my templates and stuff all got corrupted, so I had to rebuild everything from scratch as far as the live streaming setup. And maybe some of the levels are not exactly where they need to be, but I'm still tweaking them. But if there's anything that sounds kind of weird, just let me know. And yeah, let me just do this, make sure that I can see everything coming through. Test 1, yeah, there we go. But it looks like everything is going through. But give me any feedback you can on there to let me know if something's not coming through okay or making noise or whatever. That kind of good stuff. Eric says I can foresee a Les Paul in my future. See, we got him, Guitar Hack. Just had to put one in his hands and let him feel it and let him hear it. But yeah, we'll see a little bit of that later. Alex R Music, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in, even though if it's just for a second. It's all good. Brad Miller, what's going on, Brad? And I'm just making my way down. I'm almost at the end of the chat here. Sounds okay so far. Good, good. Is Jamal in here? Oh, hey, Jamal. I think I missed you, but I didn't see you. Oh, there you are, Jamal. How's it going, Jamal? Todd Flowers is in here as well. Okay, Gussie Wells. I missed a bunch of you. Sorry, guys. This chat kind of moved up on me or something, and I kind of didn't see it go by, but welcome, welcome. Yeah, okay. So, Guitarded, what's going on, brother? We've got a few people in. So I'll keep an eye on the chat as much as I can, and if you have any questions, you can post them in there. But let's discuss a little bit of what happened this weekend. Some of you probably aware that a few of us all met up at the music store here, not too far from where I live. It's just north of Toronto. It's called Cosmo. Cosmo Music, and it's kind of the biggest store in the area. Carries the most stuff, or the most variety of things, like things you can't find elsewhere, like Friedman's and SMEER's and you know, that type of stuff, and all the Gibsons and Fenders and EVH and PRS. So they've got a lot of stuff. So so this weekend, myself, EVH and Gear TV, Eric and Guitar Hack all met up there at Cosmo for a Saturday afternoon, and we had a blast. It was really a lot of fun. We kind of, my buddy was with me as well, Brad, another Brad, and his daughter joined us. So we kind of commandeered. There's a room in there that has all the really high-end guitars and stuff, like the SMEERs and the Friedmans and Tom Andersons and all that stuff, and all Gibsons and Fenders and everything. Some of the higher-end custom shops are all in there. So that room is kind of like blocked off and has its own little area. And we were in there for quite a while. I think we were in there a couple hours just trying out all kinds of guitars and taking some footage, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I don't know what the people at Cosmo must have been thinking, you know, who are these people and why are they taking over all these areas and shooting footage, but it was fun, and they were great there at Cosmo. They didn't give us any hard time or anything, and so I didn't expect them to say anything, because I've bought a lot of stuff there, so if they did, I could kind of point them in that direction and say, hey, listen. But no, it was really good. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to play, it's just a little video. I think it's about 3 minutes long. It's kind of like the highlights, you know, some footage that we took while we were there. I've got some footage from Guitar Hacks. He posted a video on Sunday with some footage. I took a little bit of that and some of the footage that my buddy Brad shot on his phone. He sent it to me, and kind of put that together in a little, in just a little three-minute montage video. So if you guys want, we can have a quick look at that. And then we can discuss some other stuff that happened while we were there, and any other things you guys want to talk about tonight is all cool. I will then I will show you the pedal that I did pick up and do a quick demo. Not really a demo, but I'll just show it. It's in my system right now, and I can turn it on and you can hear it, you know, with my current settings. I'm not gonna, you know, reset it or anything. I kind of have it set where I like it. But we'll talk more about that pedal once we're done our little montage here and the discussion about what we did at Cosmo and the fun stuff we saw. And let me just make sure before I run the little video that I didn't miss anybody. Dan Sullivan, how's it going? Just worked on a couple of guitars, Fender Jazz Bass and the Ritchie Blackmore Strat. Awesome. That's always fun. And now let's make sure. And Jamal says doing a string change on the V. Nice. Nice. So I take it, well, maybe you're at work doing that, but a lot of times he's at the airport working, so you never know. Could be. Okay. All right, so let's have a look at the video, and then we'll come back and we'll have a short discussion. We'll talk about the pedal. I'll show you that, and all that good fun stuff. We're going to go till about 8 tonight because I don't want to really step into Ben's time because it's his first Monday night show at 8, and that's it. All right, so here we go. Hopefully this works. I just set it up quickly before going live because I got home a little later from work and I had to kind of set up our templates and everything. So hopefully this works. Alex Redford, how's it going? So here's the video, and this video is of our kind of little, it's just a 3-minute video of our little weekend jaunt at the Cosmo music store. That would be me, Guitar Hack, and Eric from EVH, and he brought his son, which is Eric Jr., which is awesome. I think he was having a ball in there. It was like a candy store for him. He was checking out all this stuff, and so that was a lot of fun. So here we go. Let's watch the video and then we'll come back. Cool? All right, let me just put that on standby. I guess it doesn't really make a difference, but it should be good.
All right, here we are, Cosmo Music. What do you got there, Brian?
SMEER Indie Wood Telecaster with Pete Thorne pickups.
I think sounds good. Try that one out? No. Eric is playing a Telecaster.
Really bad out of tune.
Yeah, very badly out of tune Telecaster.
So there you go. That was a little montage of our adventure on the weekend, and that took place on Saturday, and it was a blast. I'll tell you one thing, I wish we could do that more often, because it's nice, you know, we meet up in the chats and we go on everybody's live shows, but when we can meet up in person, especially in a music environment, and we can, you know, talk shop and play guitars, and that was really really fun for me. So I really appreciated that, and I'd like to thank Eric and Guitar Hack for joining me, and hopefully we can do that again. Maybe we can pick another location and maybe go towards Eric's way or maybe Ben's way or something, and maybe meet up with some more folks and do some some more of that type of collaborating and playing some music. That's what it's all about, right? So these chats are really fun, but meeting up in person is really cool as well. So I really enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the little video montage, and thanks for Guitar Hack letting me use some of his footage and put in there. Much appreciated. So let me just go back to the chat and make sure we didn't miss any questions. I think I saw Cheddar pop in here. How's it going, Cheddar? TV network. The TV network way, yeah, I know, right? Who else we have? Anybody in here? Okay, I'm just looking. Yeah, a lot of people like the PRS. I see that, and the Guitar Hack really had really seemed to like that guitar as well. And Eric and both Guitar Hack played the Vernon Reed PRS, which sounded amazing. And I didn't try it. You know, I've played the Nest 2 before, and they're pretty great guitars. So. Yeah, so maybe there's a PRS in Guitar Hack's future. I don't know. Maybe. They sound great. They look great. You never know. You never know. And I think we've gotten Eric to bond with a Les Paul, which is awesome. He tried the Les Paul Classic, the 2019 version with the Zebra pickups. I think they are 67 or 61, I'm not sure, but they sound amazing. The guitar was really good, and he seemed to enjoy it. So hey, mission accomplished. I think that's a cool thing, and it looked good on you. So let's see. And I really enjoyed the Les Paul Custom Shop, the RO. I'm looking for an R9 right now, the 59 version of that same guitar. Just the neck is a little bit bigger on the 59, and I've kind of come more, I guess, used to playing the bigger neck, because I like my Les Paul Traditional has a similar type of neck, and I really enjoy that. So I did get to play an R9, not at that store, but another store a few weeks ago, and I really liked it. So I'm kind of on the hunt for one of those, if I can find a used one at a reasonable price, because those guitars new are, you know, in Canada they're pushing over $7,000. It's insane. So, and even on the used market, the ones that I've seen so far are all above 5. You know, they're all around 5,000, 7, 5,700 area. Those are pretty much the cheapest ones. There's some that are still trying to sell them online used for $7,000. So these guitars hold their value quite good unless somebody's desperate to get rid of one. So, but still, if that's the case, I will sell my standard that I have back there, and you know, to make up some of the cost, and the rest is more my my birthday gift, I'm calling it. So we'll see if I find one. If I don't, then I don't, and I just keep what I have, and I'm all good. I'm not worried about it. But awesome guitar, really awesome. I loved it. It's nice to be able to go to these stores like that and have all that selection to choose from, and you know, to try out, because not every store and not everywhere you can go to get that type of selection. I'm just going to be EVH could get with the Les Paul with a Floyd. Brad Miller. Yeah, I don't know. There are some people that have put Floyds on the Les Pauls before. It's not unheard of. I don't think I would do that. I'm not a big Floyd guy. Like I don't have any guitars here that have Floyds or any of that stuff. I only have the vintage S back there, the red one that has a standard, like, you know, the regular trems. I'm not familiar with trem systems, so pardon my ignorance in that area, but I like it for what it is, and but I'm not a big user of trems. My style doesn't really lend itself to that much, so I don't think I would put one on a Les Paul, but there's nothing against somebody who wants to, if that's their style of playing, and I've seen it done before, and some great players out there have done it, so you never know, you never know. And Eric could do it. He knows what he's doing with guitars, so if he wanted to, he would be able to do that, no problem. And Guitar Hack, I'm taking donations for PRS. There you go. Start a GoFundMe. That's what I should do. Start a GoFundMe for Les Paul Custom Shop. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But I think probably some people have. I don't know, but I don't follow the GoFundMe world, but I'm sure people have GoFunded all kinds of things, so you never know. Eric says, Guitar Hack, I sent your video to Vernon Reed showing him his sing. Oh, cool, cool. Let us know what he says. Jamal says, Brian, was there any lefty guitar? There was, yes, there are. There's a pretty good selection of lefties there at Cosmo. Yeah, they had everything. They had a couple of, they had a whole section of Les Pauls that were left-handed. They had the Fender section. They didn't see a lot of, I saw a couple of SMEERs that were left-handed, like the like the really high-end guitars. I didn't see a lot of left-handed, but they had a few. I didn't see any Friedmans, obviously. The Friedmans, I think they only had 3 in stock, and they were all right-handed guitars. But yeah, they do sell lefties, and I don't know, I don't know how often they get them in stock. I'm sure it's a regular thing, but yeah, pretty good selection. EVH says it felt good in his hands. Yeah, the Les Pauls, man, you can't go wrong with that. I think everybody needs to have at least one in their collection if you're a collector of guitars or enjoy playing. And Cheddar says, Guitar Hack, come visit me and you can try mine. Yeah, Cheddar's got some great PRS guitars, man. Yeah, some of those are like, I love that 594. I think he's got a 594 that I really, really like. But I'm not in the market for PRS, so I'm really all my attention is on that R9 right now, and if I can make that happen, it'll be quite something. So I'll focus my attention on that and not venture too much anywhere else. Everything else in here I'm really happy with, like the 2 tellies that I have. I have a Friedman telly with P90s and the SMEER telly, standard telly setup with the SMEER pickups, and my vintage S. So those, I love those guitars. And then my Gibsons, my SG, my traditional, and my standard will be sold if I get the R9, but really happy with those. Let's keep going here. Bam Ozzy says, Guitar Hack, don't you get enough in tips when gigging? Yeah, you need a lot of tips to buy that PRS that he was playing. I think that one you were playing, Guitar Hack, was probably in the $5,000 area. I think the one that he was playing there when he was jamming with me, that was a custom 24, I believe. Even the Vernon Reed one that they were playing was over $3,000, I think. So it's not cheap. Hey, Dale Palmer, what's going on? Did anyone bring a guitar home? No, nobody brought a guitar home. Like I said, what did I buy? I bought a shirt, a Gibson shirt, and I bought more of these picks. I love these picks. These are Dava picks. And if anybody has a connection at Dava picks, let me know, because I need to contact them because I want more. So I bought more of those, and I bought a pedal, which I'll talk to you guys about and show you that pedal, and do a quick demo, nothing crazy. And yeah, so that's what I bought. And I know that Eric bought something, but I don't remember what it's called. It's for his son. Him and his son bought it. I don't even have a clue what it's called, so maybe Eric can post it in the chat. So that's all. Nobody bought a guitar, but we all would have liked to, but not that day. Jamal says, I tried an R9 at Southpaw Gibson and the neck was huge. Well, yeah, the neck is bigger than the RO, that's for sure. The neck on the RO is very similar to my Les Paul standard back there, which is a 60s style neck, obviously. But my traditional that I was playing when the show started, and it's right on the ground there, it's on that stand. It's the Tobacco Burst one. It has a thicker neck, and I really am so comfortable with that neck for some reason. And the Friedmans have a thicker neck. The SMEER Telly has a thicker neck. So I've gotten accustomed to playing that style, so I don't mind it being that big. And the R9 that I tried, I felt great with it. I tried an R8, and that one seemed to have a little bigger neck on it, which I probably prefer the R9 over the R8. So that's my thing with those ones. Cheddar, Guitar Hack, yes, but only via sled die. Oh, I'll tell you another guitar. The first guitar you saw in that video clip that I was playing was a SMEER Andy Wood Telecaster with 2 Pete Thorn pickups in it, and that thing is amazing. I really like that guitar a lot. I wish, I know that the Guitar Pit, another YouTuber here that's in our community, got one, and he didn't have it for very long, and he put it up for sale again, and he did ask me first before putting it up if I wanted it. And man, if I could have, I would have taken that for sure, but I was in the market for the vintage S at that point. I didn't have a Strat, and I already had 2 Tellys, so I couldn't justify going and spending, you know, another over $2,000 for another Telly when I needed a Strat. So I took the money that I was going to spend on a guitar and I put it towards the vintage S instead. But I'll tell you something, that Andy Wood Telecaster is amazing, and I believe that's a 24 fret, and it's got a roasted maple neck on it with stainless steel frets. It's just so comfortable, and those pickups sound amazing. If you ever get a chance to try one, or even try the Pete Thorne model with those pickups, I was really impressed with that guitar. I think for me, that guitar and that RO obviously were the showstoppers in my opinion, for me. Just my opinion, but yeah, so that's another guitar that I really liked that we tried. Let's see. Yeah, Guitar Hack says to Todd Flowers, $4,000 guitar, no case. I think you would have got a case with that one you were playing. I'm pretty sure they're giving you a case with a custom 24. I know that a lot of the other ones, the SCs, and I think the S2 doesn't even have a case that comes with, which is mind-boggling. You pay that much for a guitar and they don't give you a case. I have no idea how that works, but it is what it is. And just going through. Cheddar says, hack, don't read this. 594 equals R9. Oh, I'm not going there. I'm not even going to comment on that. Quentin James is up. How's it going, Quentin? Hack won't let me post videos of my Explorer because it's an Epiphone. Oh, nothing wrong with an Epiphone. They're fine guitars. Jason says, okay, what's up? I'm saying what's up to each other, which is awesome. Scott Connor, what's going on, man? I think you were on the Nocturnal Butterfly show this morning, which was awesome. Got to hear you talk with the ladies. Scott Connor says you can order picks directly from Dava's website. Okay, good to know. I need to go to his website and check that out, because at the music store they only had the packs that had like multiple. Like I like the red one for some reason. I think that's the thickness and everything is what I like. So but the packs that they sold at the music store, they only, like, it was like a variety packs and things. So maybe I can go on his website and just order exactly the ones I want in bulk. And that would be cool. I will get that email address. Oh, thank you. Okay, there you go. Eric's going to give us an email address for Dava. That's awesome. Jason says, Brian got a t-shirt. Yes, I did get a t-shirt. And the reason I got the t-shirt, I already had the t-shirt, the Gibson. It's just a black t-shirt that says Gibson in white, and you guys probably seen it around all the time. But I don't know if some of you know, but I lost a lot of weight since I started this new diet on July 8th of last year, and I lost almost 60 pounds since starting that, and a lot of my clothes just doesn't fit anymore, so I had to replace that shirt. I really liked that shirt, but it was just too big for me, and so that's why I bought a medium version of it. And yeah, that's the thing though, when you lose a lot of weight like that, all your clothes, like your pants, your jeans, everything, it just doesn't fit. So now you've got to go out and buy a whole bunch of new clothes, and so that's kind of like a drawback. I mean, it's a good drawback to have because you're getting healthier when everything. That's a good thing, but it becomes expensive. So my wife said stop losing weight, because we had to buy 2 sizes different, so pants wise. So she doesn't want to go through that again. And I don't want to go through. I've lost enough, but I'm going to keep with the diet, though. I think I feel better on this diet. Let's see. Just catching up, folks. They're not cheap. Okay, that's for the PRS guitars. Yeah, they're not cheap, that's for sure. Scott Connor says, I tried some of the Dava Jazz points. I did buy some Jazz ones. I've got them in a pack there. They're kind of like a green and whitish, but I didn't try them yet. I didn't open the pack, but I did buy a pack of those just to try them out. 3 of my Gibsons have baseball bat. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. I get, it just depends on your style of playing and what you like in the neck. Some people like thicker ones, some people like, I can play either one. I was playing that RO on the weekend and I loved it. It was fine. But I could have picked up an R9 just the same and would have been right at home with it. So Jamal says my 69 Strat has a U neck, which took me a while to get used to, but I've come to love it. Yeah, I didn't really like big necks before. When I first got back into guitars, I was looking for more guitars with smaller necks and stuff, just because I figured that it would be easier to play. And then when I got the traditional, that was the first one that had that neck on it, and I was drawn to that guitar for the color more than anything. And when I picked it up, I was like, wow, this doesn't feel too bad. And the neck is way bigger than, you know, the standard that I already had. So I've become quite accustomed to playing either one, but I think I prefer the bigger necks now. Guitar Act says that RO was really good. Yeah, it was really good, but super expensive. Jason says, I like the Gravity Razor picks at 1.5 mil, but they're expensive. I've never tried, I don't think I've ever tried a Gravity pick. I'm not opposed to trying them. Scott says, looks like you guys had a great time at Cosmo. We did. Cheddar, gotta go, no problem. Thanks, Cheddar, for jumping in. Bam Ozzy says, I would trade my 594 for a 594 with rosewood neck, but I would have to trade my 5. Yeah, that's probably way more expensive, right? Let's see. Oh, Guitar Hack is asking if the green Davas work. I didn't try them yet, Guitar Hack. I didn't open the package yet, but I will try them. And Scott Connor says, I like my Epiphone Iomi SG, but the neck could be a tad thinner. Tempted to sand the finish. Yeah, you could do that. I kind of like the sanded finish off the back of the necks for some. That's how the Friedmans are, and I really like that. I'm just not too keen on taking sandpaper and sanding down my Les Paul necks for some reason. And even the kind of gloss that's on in a Les Paul, the way that they put the clear or something, it doesn't, like, for me anyway, my hands don't get sticky on them, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But if I had a preference, if you gave me 2 Les Pauls and you said this one's got a sanded neck and this one doesn't, I'd probably like the sanded one better. Just I kind of like that feel. But I have no problem with the Les Pauls or some other guitar, like even the PRSs and stuff that have like a coating on the neck. If it's done right, it doesn't bother me. But I've played some that have a coating on the neck, and I do feel it like kind of sticky type of after you play it a while, so I don't like that feeling that much. Eric says, if you like the red ones, I may have a ton of those. They're my least favorite, so whatever. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's the ones I like, man. The red ones, that's what I've been playing the most since I've found these picks. So let's see, Scott Connor, whatever weight you lost, I found it. I don't know about that. Let's see. Cool. VH. I'll check Guitar Hack, whatever. Split with you both, guys. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up in the chat here. I'm just going to... Steve Stevens said it on my show. It's the one thing you have in your hands as much as your guitar is very important. Yeah, the necks are, you got to feel comfortable with them. That's the thing that you bond with that all the time, right? So that's going to be your comfort. Hey Terry, how's it going?
Excellent.
What is that? I said, that is weird. I said hi Terry, and it thought it said Siri. Isn't that weird? Okay. I guess that's how it works. Quentin says the purple H3 Tortex is my jam. The 351 size is just too large for me. Okay. I used to use Tortex, especially when I played bass. I used to use those a lot. I still play bass, but not on a regular basis, just for recording. Jamal says, a bit off topic, but TrueFire has some amazing lessons and many awesome instructors. Yeah, I did see that site, and I've been following some videos because I have it in my feed that comes up. I did subscribe to that channel, and they do some great stuff, and the production value is really good, so definitely worth checking out. Jason says, I used to use those green Dava control picks for years. They were okay, but I also used the metal picks. They would do a slide. Yeah, and metal picks. Yeah, I don't know if I could use a metal pick. Referring to, oh, you were okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the guitar pick. Well, for me, I find these picks, like out of all the other ones that I was using before, I feel more connected. Like it's almost like I don't have a pick. I feel more connected to the instrument. My pick attack and everything, I feel it more. I don't know what it is. I think maybe, I don't know if it's the rubber that's on it or it just feels better in my hand. So I play a little differently, and so I've gotten accustomed. Terry says, how's the new time? I don't know. This is our first night doing the 7 o'clock thing. So we'll see how it goes for a few weeks. Next week, I'll try to do a show from Vegas next Monday. I will let you guys know. I'll post it somewhere, and I'll schedule a show if I can. I just don't know because of the hotel Wi-Fi and if I have anything scheduled on Monday night. And if I do a Monday night show, obviously for your East Coast people, it's going to be later because it's 4 hours difference or something like that from Eastern time. So let's say I do a Monday night show at 7, it's going to be, whatever it is Eastern time for you. But I will let you guys know if I do one next week or not, because I will be in Vegas for that show. I just watched Eric and Hack and steal a lick from them. There you go. All right, so let me show you the pedal that I bought. I'll just show you a picture, and then I'll show you the actual pedal here. Yeah. So the reason I bought this pedal was I was looking for. So let me explain. I have a Mesa Triple Crown amp, and it has 3 channels. It has a clean and kind of AC/DC type of tone. The channel 1, channel 2 is a higher gain, channel 3 is a even higher gain than that. So but the thing is, with the first channel, the clean one, you can either have it clean or you had flicked a switch on it and it goes into more of a drive channel. I wanted to keep the clean always on, but if I needed like a more classic rock sound or whatever, I wanted to put a pedal in front of it and just use the pedal to get that sound. So that's the reason I bought this distortion pedal here. So the pedal I bought is this one here. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong. There we go. So I bought this one. For the price, I figured it'd be a good way to see if this would work with what I was trying to do with the setup that I have. And this is by a company called Outlaw Effects. I think they're a Canadian company too, if I'm not mistaken. I actually use their pedal board, which is powered. It has a powered lithium battery on it and everything. It's all built into the board, which I really like. When I was looking at pedals on Saturday, Guitar Hack had mentioned that would be a good choice to try out. So I like the pedal a lot, and I've been able to tweak it as much. Like I'm still tweaking it a little bit to try to find that right tone. I don't have the level really high on it or the gain really high on it at all in the setting. Because when I put my clean channel on, I want to be able to hit that pedal and have a little bit of a difference between the two volumes wise, but not like a crazy difference. So I can't really crank that pedal for some reason with the current setup that I have in my amp. But it does get me to where I need like a more classic rock tone, and frankly that thing could do, like when I was speaking with Guitar Hack at Cosmo, he was telling me you can go from full like metal to classic rock with that pedal, and it's true. If you crank that gain, it does get quite gainy and saturated. So the only thing with me is I'd like to try a couple other pedals to compare to see if this is the answer or if there's something else that might get me closer to where I need. I wanted to try the Lawrence Petros pedal. I think it's called the 87, but nobody carries them in Canada, so I'd have to order direct from him. I might do that. And there's a couple other pedals that we saw there at Cosmo that, you know, there are drive pedals that I might like, a Keeley pedal or even a Boss Blues driver or something like that. So with the Cosmo, it's nice because you've got 30 days. So what I might do is, well, when I'm back from Vegas, hopefully I can get back there and then pick up a few other ones just to bring him here and then do an A/B type of thing and compare both different styles of pedals to see which one would work the best for me. So that's the plan right now. But I do like this pedal a lot, and for the price, unbelievable. This is it was $65 that I paid for it at Cosmo, and for that price, it's a lot of pedal. So I do like it. So let me see if I can bring this. Okay, so I'll show you my pedal board currently. I don't know if that'll work. Yeah, that works. So the way I've got it set up is I've got my wah going into the compressor, going into that drive pedal, which is the Outlaw Marshall pedal, and then it goes into the EP booster into a noise gate. That's going into the front of the amp, and then my EQ and my MXR carbon copy goes into the effects loop of the amp. So maybe what I can do, let me grab a guitar just so that you see, and maybe you guys can tell me what you think. If like, I'm looking for more of a classic rock type of tone when using this pedal. So let me see. Right now I'm on my high gain, well, mid gain channel, my middle channel of my amp, which I really like a lot, but it's, you know, it's gain. Right? So I'm just going to, what I'll do is I'll go to my clean channel. Right, so that's just my clean channel. So if I hit the drive pedal, that Deputy Marshall pedal that I bought, so let me shut my mic so you don't hear all that picking sound. So that gives you kind of an idea of what that sounds like. Let me just, I'm all tangled up again. Oh, really? There we go. So it gets me where I want to be with the drive being like more of a classic rock type of tone. Let me just go back to this camera here. So the only thing is I'd like to compare it with some other pedals just to see if, you know, something would sound better or different, and then pick what I really like, right? So you guys can tell me in the chat if you think I've achieved that classic rock sound, or is it still too heavy? I do find it still gainy, and I've got the gain pretty low on that pedal right now, and my clean channel is very clean, as you can, you know what I mean? So there's not any real like crunch. I've got the volume on my guitar right up, so it's pretty clean. So I'm just using the pedal for gain. So let me go down. Let's see if if you can just tell me in the chat what you guys think. Yeah, Ben did do a demo on that pedal before. It's really hard though when you're watching videos and reviews on pedals and sounds and amps and things. It sounds a certain way, but I like to hear it in my setup. Marco's Images, what's going on? I have that Marshall pedal, use it on my Mesa Clean, works for me. Okay, yeah, so you have that pedal, and you use it in the same, well, I use it in a Mesa amp clean as well, and that's the sound I'm getting. So not that I don't like the sound, I do like it, I just don't know how it compares to other pedals, and that's really what I'd like to know more about it. Okay, I've heard nothing but good things about the various, yeah, I like the Keeley pedals a lot too. I use the Keeley compressor all the time. I really like it, so I'd like to try one of their drive pedals. Guitar Hack says Marshall Governor is worth a try too. Who makes Marshall Governor? Put that in the chat as well. Let's see. Quentin James says $20 pedal with $48 in Canadian tax. Yeah, pretty much. Brad Miller says LPD pedals are awesome. The 87 is more JC M800, like the 74 is more classic. Okay, the 74 is more classic rock. Like, okay, I wish that our stores around here would carry his pedals, because you know it's hard to. If I go to Cosmo or something and buy a pedal, I know that I've got 30 days and I can try it and see if it's going to work, and if not, then I can bring it back and exchange it for something else. But if I order it direct from Lawrence Petrov in the States or whatever, then you know I've got to. I guess I could return it, but it's just more of a hassle to do something like that if I don't like it. So if I can find somebody who has one or something and I can go hear it or try it, I would feel more comfortable doing that. Not that I don't like, I might just keep this one and just run with it. I've gotten pretty close to the sound that I want with it. I just don't know if I could get closer with something else. So that's my only dilemma right now. Brian, Guitar Hack says, I'd roll off some treble, but that's me. Yeah, I think it's a little bit trebly right now. The only reason I've got it that way, Guitar Hack, is because if I'm putting it into a mix, like if I'm just playing by myself here or whatever, yeah, it is a little bit too much treble. But if I put it into if I jam along with a track, or if I'm recording with it and I've got bass and drums and everything else, it sits better in the mix with that type of tone. So that's the only reason I've got it a little bit higher on the treble sound. Sounds a little bright on my end. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, well, that's good to know. Like in the mix, it would probably balance itself out, but I probably could roll some of that high end out of there for sure. But I will still experiment with it. AC/DC denied. Stop, Brian. Okay, Todd, what's going on? Very sorry. Okay. Scott, I must have missed something, because people are saying sorry to hear. Scott Connor, very sorry. I'm not sure what I missed. I'll have to go back in the chat once we're done and see. So yeah, I must have missed something. What did I miss from Scott Connor? Let me know. Quentin says, yeah, I'd have to be in the room, but it sounds, yeah, that's the other thing I find, that when I, in the room here and in my headphones and stuff, when I play it, it does sound a little bright, not a lot, but when I listen back to my stream on YouTube, I'm like you guys, I find it a little too bright as well. So maybe I need to be more conscious of that and adjust it on my end here, knowing that it's coming across that way. Jason says, depends on which classic rock you're asking. 80s hairband metal is classic rock. No, I'm talking more 70s stuff, because I can do 80s and metal and all that with my other channels on my amp. It's just trying to get more of a low gain but still have some gain there. It's a Marshall pedal, and it's Lon McQuaid carries it. Marshall pedal. Okay. Scott, my condolences. I must have missed something. Where's Scott? Sorry. Yeah, I missed something there with Scott. Terry says he said he had to stop. Oh, that's sad. He said a friend just died. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Scott. I missed it in the chat. I didn't see it. R2, what's going on? Nice to see you tonight. Ed Dana, what's going on, Ed Dana? Nice to see you jumping in. Very good. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Scott Connor. Oh, thanks for the link, Guitar Hack. I will check that out for sure. Quentin James is there. Okay. Yeah, so we got another 4 minutes here, and then I'm going to sign off and let you guys go jump over to Ben's live stream. And so yeah, Monday nights we're going to start at 7 for now, and I'll see how that goes. Might move it to a Thursday night show if that works better. I'm going to kind of monitor it in the next couple of weeks and see what that feels like, and if people would prefer it that way. If there's too many live streams on a Monday, that is. But yeah. Jason says, Brian, you could go get a Friedman. Yeah, I was thinking of, I had a Dirty Shirley pedal before, like we're talking probably 7 months ago, and I did trade it for other things because I wasn't using a distortion pedal. I was using my amp more, but I should have kept that pedal because I think that one would have probably been exactly what I'm looking for the classic rock sound. So we'll see. I'll still tweak around with this one and see if I can get better, you know, closer to what I hear. Brian says, I bumped mine from 8:30 to 9 tonight as well. Oh, okay, good to hear. EVH has got a show that's going to be at 9. Good. I think he's going to be plugging in a tube amp. That'll be fun. Because we never see Eric play in tube amps. We see him playing the Helix and stuff, but we never hear his 5150 back there. So tune in at 9 on Eric's channel and check that out. Let's see what else we've got. Okay. Yeah, so that's where the journey is for the pedals anyway. So I might try a few different ones and we'll see how that goes. But I'm not unhappy with this one. I kind of like the sound of it. It's just I like to compare it with a few other ones before I make a final call, right? But and the other thing I did this week, started recording the original music. I told you guys that I was going to be, the goal this year was to record a bunch of original songs and have them ready by the end of the year. So I started that process, writing and recording, last week. I think Friday was the first day of doing some tracking and getting some drums and everything ready to go with that. And that's going well. We've got a couple of songs that I'm working on right now, and I'm liking what's coming. So just, you know, right now the way I do it is I just select a tempo that I like for the song or the riff that I'm writing, and then I just put that in my software, and then I basically record scratch tracks of guitar parts, and I get all those things down, and then I kind of listen back and say, okay, I like where this one sits, or I don't like this one that much, and then I move stuff around, and then I will get my tones exactly where I want them, and then do the real tracking after. So when I get back from Vegas, I will do more of that stuff. But it's quite a process, you know. R2 says, danced around my SG like Angus. You got to film that. Cool. Yeah, and so next week I'll be in Vegas, so I'll try to do a live show from there. I'm going to be taking, well, hopefully I'll be taking some footage. I'm planning this time to really pack light as far as camera gear and things like that. I don't think I'm even going to bring my camera gear. I'm going to bring some mobile stuff, like a couple of GoPros, and I'll use my phone for a lot of stuff, just because it's a hectic week, and there's, you know, going through airports and stuff, it's always a hassle. and the amount of times I use the big gear is not as much as I would think I would for these trips. So but I will do some footage and show you some of the stuff that I'm looking at, and yeah, so it should be good. So again, I'd like to thank everybody for jumping in, and if I can, I'll do a show next week, next Monday. If not, I will let you guys know, so kind of keep an eye out, and we'll cover some more stuff. I'll let you guys know if I find other pedals that I want to try, and when I'm in Vegas, I'll go visit some guitar stores and stuff there too. Maybe I'll find an R9, you never know, and they'll ship it to me or something. I'll find a way to get it here. If I can get it at a good price, I'll definitely do that. So again, thank you everybody for joining me. Have a great week. Jump over to Ben's channel now. I think he's just getting started, and then at 9 o'clock EVH and Gear TV will be doing a show, so definitely definitely check that out. Dana says, watch out, the cavity search at the airport. Yeah, definitely. That's always a fun part about traveling, is going through the airport, but part of the game, part of the game. So anyway, have a good week, guys, and enjoy the nice weather if you're getting nice weather, and yeah, that's it. Party on and play a lot of guitar, all right? Have fun, guys. We'll talk to you soon.